Hey guys, I haven't made a relationship video in a while, and that's because nothing much has changed. I'm still sad and alone. But in my 20 years of life, I've noticed a trend of the kind of guys girls are looking for. Of course, this doesn't apply to all girls, but I promise you, if you carry these traits, a majority of girls will find you attractive. Now you may ask yourself, Randy, why should I listen to you if you haven't even been in a relationship? Of course, there are a lot of characteristics that makes a guy attractive, you know, like intellect or character. But no one really cares about that. What I'm about to reveal to you is the foundation of what makes a guy attractive, and it really comes down to two qualities. Number one, have a decent personality. And number two, be tall. That's it. That's pretty much all you need to at least catch the initial interest of a girl. Now, many of you probably thought, yeah, that may be great and all, but what happens if I'm ugly? Surprisingly, it doesn't matter as much as you think it does. See, from the girl's perspective, if you're average or even a little bit below average face-wise, but are pretty tall and not too much of a jerk, you will be fine. I say that because I see dudes go out with girls all the time that are way out of their league. I notice a trend, a correlation. This is totally based on scientific evidence. These guys tend to be tall. I'm pretty sure they're like decent people too. From my opinion, because I'm a straight dude, so I totally know what I'm talking about here. But like face-wise, I don't see them that attractive, you know? That's just me. That's just me, okay? This is what I do with my life. You wonder why you're single, Randy? It's because you make videos like this. But on the other hand, if you're tall and good looking, you have nothing to complain about. God spent extra time making you. You see these traits glorified in media all the time. I mean, just look at Chris Evans, Chris Pine, Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Christie. All of these guys have the same name and the same skin tone. Like, you can find them in the same aisle of a Home Depot. Okay, so now that we have that established, how tall does a guy actually have to be? Look, I'm not insecure at all, but just to show how confident I am, I made a graph of the of height, and this graph shows the height to face ratio, okay? This is what they teach me in college. So as you can see, the taller the person is, there's less importance placed on how attractive they are physically, as long as there's this baseline of him not being a total jerk. You know, if you're a good guy, have a decent personality, you treat people with respect, you'll be fine. Most girls are into that. And there's a lot that aren't, but that's besides the point. As you can see, the shorter the guy is, the more important it is for them to be physically attractive face-wise and also body-wise, you know, like are they fit or whatever. This is a really shallow video. There's a certain threshold of height a guy has to meet, which is that he needs to be approximately 3 to 4 inches taller than their girl when their girl wears heels. Because we all know girls wear heels every single day of the week. See, with a person with an average height or a bit shorter, you actually have to look face to face. But when you're interacting with someone that's tall, you have to look like way up. When you're forced to look way up, a cloud and fog can make it hard to distinguish what their face actually looks like. So in the end, it doesn't really matter. Girls don't want to feel like the older sister of the guy they are interested in. They want a guy to be able to lift them up as light as a feather. So with all of this being said, I am the total opposite of what girls are looking for. I'm not that tall, and I'm a horrible person. So you may guess by the whole tone of the video so far that I'm pretty bitter of what girls' preferences are. This may be surprising to you, but I'm actually okay with it. That's just what a lot of girls prefer, and that's totally fine. You shouldn't force somebody to like someone they don't find attractive. Everyone has preferences, and it's okay to stick with those preferences. What I do have an issue with is when girls get defensive when guys do the same critiques as they do. Just the other day, I overheard a girl saying this to a group of friends. Like, oh my gosh, Becky, he was so tall. Like, I was wearing heels, and he was still taller than me. OMG, that's so hot. Yeah, he was like 6'7". Like, I don't even know if I can count that high. Girl, I know I can't. I'm so funny. Imagine if guys talked about the weight of women the way girls talk about the height of men. Dude, she weighed so much less than me. Dude, like, how much? At least 30 pounds less, man. At least 30. She's a good 30 pounds less, man. She's a good 30. Dude, that's so hot. I know. She was like 120 pounds, dude. Dude, that's like less than 121 pounds. Yeah, good thing too, because if she weighed anything more than that, then it's just not worth it anymore. I know people are like, Granny, it's different, okay? Because girls can judge the height of guys, but guys can't judge the weight of girls because of the patriarchy. Ah, like the dinosaur. What? No. And that's a really bad joke. You're a bad joke. I'm talking to myself. Okay, tangent aside, in my opinion, it's the same thing. You are judging how attractive somebody is based on a number, whether it be vertical or horizontal. If you're gonna be shallow, commit. I know I do. See, I just feel like there's this double standard with how we judge people based on height and how we judge people based on weight. So I went to this banquet where it was basketball themed, and whenever they introduced an individual, they would introduce it like an announcer in a sports stadium. Introducing John Doe coming down the stairs with a towering 6'7" height. Ever they would introduce somebody, they'd talk about their height because, you know, it's about basketball and it's part of their stats or whatever. But when they introduced somebody that was shorter, they would kind of poke fun at it and they would say something like this. Please welcome to the stage, Jane Doe with a towering 5-foot flat height, talking about what awards people are gonna win. Imagine if the announcer guy poked fun at people's weight rather than their height. I know the whole dynamic of the room would completely change. He's huffing, he's puffing, he's 350 pounds, introducing John Doe, he can barely go down the stairs. What I have to say is, if we want to promote true equality, we should make fun of people for both their height and their weight. Like I said, I'm a horrible person. It's okay to have a sense of humor and know your faults and joke around with it, but don't point one standard to be untouchable while the other standard, you could do whatever you want with it. If we want to promote an egalitarian society, I learned that word about a week ago and I'm going to keep on using it. An egalitarian society, we should promote this type of inclusivity, meaning we should include as many insults as possible. To just reel it all back in. Everyone has preferences and it's okay to stick with them. Some guys like thinner girls and some guys like thicker girls. Some girls like taller guys. Some girls put up with what they get. It's just hypocritical to be okay with one critique while being dismissive with the other. In short, there's someone for everyone. One person may not be interested in you, but there's someone out there who is. At least that's what I tell myself. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out my video. I hope you can take this whole thing as a grain of salt. This video was drenched in sarcasm as with most of my content, but I hope at least what did make this bit kind of funny was that there's a kernel of truth that people can relate to. If you guys like content like this, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you have any videos you think I should do, feel free to leave suggestions, because in the end, this content is for you guys. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace.